Good morning. Happy Saturday. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Left Undone, Incomplete Investigations. If you are new to my channel, my lives are done a little bit different. We have them more as an interactive live. I record most of the information at another time, but we talk about what's going on in the latest in the case and whatever else we want to talk about. So my lives are very interactive. If you don't like that style of interactive, then, but you're welcome to be here. But I'm not just going to go down and report everything. And we're going to talk about what we know so far. And we'll talk about the affidavit and stuff today. But they're interactive. I really like to interact with all of you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to Lenny and Moonade there. Did you guys see my new emoji? There you did. So if you are, okay, so there's like this rumor going around that I only share emojis with the people I like. The emojis, the extra emojis are just for people that are members. They pay from $1.99 to whatever. There's different levels up, and then they get to use the emojis. So if you want to be a member, you can use the emojis, but you got to pay to do it. But we do more. We have a happy hour twice a month, and I threw in an extra one last night. So if you want to join, that would be great. Otherwise, if you're new, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that stuff too. Hello, everyone. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Yeah, and I mean, if the trolls show up today, I got my moderators. There's Jessica. They'll get rid of them. I'm good, you guys. I'm great. Welcome, Sherry from the Netherlands. And all my members are here. We had fun and happy hour last night, but that's right when the affidavit came out. When we went there, so it was kind of like, oh gosh. And I don't know if you guys have read it, but thank you, Sarah. I don't know if you guys have read the affidavit, but it's pretty gnarly, and it does describe how the bodies were found, and it also describes a lot of digital evidence of Alex's phone and where it was, text messages from Chad to Tammy saying he shot a raccoon in the backyard on September 9th. So it's worth reading it yourself just to look at everything. I'm going to read it again, and I'm going to do a recorded video on it today. Kind of break it down. And just brace yourself though. It's not pretty. It's not. And I wouldn't have guessed that it was Alex's phone that would break the case. Yeah. And then in the group, someone was saying that what if Lori had Alex's phone? That's entirely possible, right? What if somebody else actually had Alex's phone? Because I honestly think that I still think somehow they killed Alex, right? So they used him somehow. Did they use him to kill, or did they use him to frame and then get rid of him when he figured things out? Melanie Gibbons said she was going to go to the police, and Alex knew that, and then he died. So who exactly had Alex's phone? Maybe Alex, maybe not. Maybe somebody else had Alex's phone. Maybe Chad had Alex's phone. But they did track him from Yosemite, or not Yosemite. I always want to say Yosemite. It was funny because reporting live from my sofa or whatever, that Paul guy, I love his channel, by the way, you guys. You should check him out if you're not there. He's hilarious. And he does a really good job of there's something on my face that's itching. He does a really good job, in a humorous way, but he gives you all the details and his thoughts on it. So that's an excellent channel to watch on YouTube. There's room on YouTube for everybody. People keep going, oh, don't watch Kathryn's Left Undone. Go watch Linda on It's a Crime. Linda on It's a Crime has a great channel. I subscribe to her channel. I have never stole anything from her channel, so don't go there because people have gone there for some weird reason, and it never happened. I've never watched all of her videos through, but I subscribe to support her. And so I have nothing against other YouTubers. So you can't really do that to me and say, oh, I'm not going to watch your channel. I'm going to go watch this channel. I remember that when I used to work for an airline years ago, I worked for America West Airlines. I was a flight attendant, right? But we were cross-trained, so we did everything. And passengers, when they were pissed off, would say, I'm going to fly Southwest. Go fly Southwest. don't tell me you're going to go somewhere else. Just go. I don't, but if you're here to support my channel, I love you. I mean, stay. You can go there too. There's room in this world for everybody, honestly. So that's it. I mean, don't, but my subscribers here have been great. We have a nice, wonderful group of people, and my members have been awesome. They're super supportive, and we have a nice chat on the Friday nights. So if you're here and you're new, I've been following this case from the beginning, and you can go all the way back to episode 1. And they are in a playlist. I'm going to rename the playlist because it's like Lori Vallow hit her children or something like that. I would just probably, if you're new and you haven't watched it all, you're going to find every detail, almost every detail. I mean, there might be some minor details not in there, but if you go back and you watch it, you'll find that. Don't watch the lives, I guess, because the lives are more like this. We just interact. But if you want to totally get caught up in the case, go watch all the pre-recorded ones. We need a fire icon to represent burn in hell. Yeah, that's a good one. I need more members to get more. I used the last emoji I'm allowed to have right now for the amount of members I have. So we need more members to make more emojis. So if you guys want to join, you can cancel anytime, and I can make more emojis, and you can use them too. Ontario, Canada, hello. So let's see what everybody's got to say. Did you watch the playlist? Huffmaster? Yeah. I mean, honestly, in some ways, I think I should go back and watch the playlist because there's been so much and it's piled on. I'm sure there's details I forgot, along the way, like that kind of got lost in the shuffle a little bit. So yes, Lisa says hit the like button. I would appreciate that if you did that. That helps the channel. It's a way to support. It's a crime is great. However, you don't copy your information. Oh, good morning, Kathy. Yeah, I don't. I have not copied anybody. What comes out of my mouth is from my mouth. That's it. So, I don't even have time to do that. You guys, I barely have time to keep this channel up to date. Hi, April. April Parker's here, and we love April, and she has an awesome Facebook group. Right now, we're kind of locking down our Facebook groups because there's been a lot of controversy and stuff. April, is yours opened or locked for the moment? Thank you, Sherry. I'm trying. Whoop, whoop. Yep. April, let me know if your Facebook group is open or not right now. Mine's locked. We had a lot of trolls come in, so I'm just keeping it's locked. Okay, so I'm sure when things calm down, we'll open our Facebook groups again. But it's been kind of crazy this week. So, but we're here and we're talking to you about the case. So that's the good news. Hi, Liz Can. Yeah. So if you're in, you're in. If not, maybe later. Really. And we just talk about this when we're there. So, but yeah, this case has gotten really, 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 well, we knew it was bad, but the fact that they described of how they found the bodies, the burn, Tylee was not in proper form by any means. JJ was wrapped. It sounds like they didn't desecrate him. And, it sounds like, let's see. Sorry, I'm just making sure. Sometimes you guys get some breaking news while we're doing this and I get messages. So just making sure no one's trying to desperately tell me something new. Tylee was dismembered. Yeah. Desecrated, dismembered. That's the word. Right? Yep. Tylee was feisty. You can tell. Was Tylee shot? Okay, April, that's why I'm confused about that. I really am. Because last night when I was reading the affidavit, it sounded to me like that she was. But then this morning someone said the gunshot, when was the gunshot heard? Okay, so in the affidavit, it says that a neighbor was told by Garth, Chad Daybell's son, that heard a gunshot back in July. Asked him about it. We heard a gunshot. And Garth said, oh, my dad killed a raccoon back in July. But then you come forward to September 9th, And Chad texts Tammy that day, his wife, who was still alive at the time, and says, hey, there's a big raccoon in the yard and I had to shoot it and I buried it in the pet cemetery, because I guess they have a pet cemetery in their yard. So was that a cover for possible gunshots being heard that day? I really got to go back again and just go through the affidavit, but I'm a little bit confused. But I get the feeling that she was shot. But then also I thought that maybe the bodies had been moved, but now I don't think so. When you read the affidavit and what was happening and the location of the property on what dates, it sounds like as soon as the kids went missing, there was some stuff going on Chad's property. So now I think maybe that they were there from the beginning, and then winter came, the ground was cold and snowy and icy and however it is. So I do think that I really hope if they shot Tylee, she was drugged first. I really hope she didn't have that fear in her, Yeah. It'll be hard to prove Tylee was shot from physical evidence. For some reason, I thought she was dismembered and burned. Yes, there's burn. Yes, when they pulled it out, when they pulled her body out, and it was, and when I worked hospice, I want to say this. If I say it about their bodies, it's because that's what we're supposed to do. They're not there anymore. This is their body. So when I worked hospice, it was actually important to refer to the deceased person's body as the body instead of the person. Does that make sense? I don't know if it's just kind of like a psychological thing or what, but it was actually really important to refer to the body as the body. So if I say it or the body, that's why. I mean, no disrespect to Tylee and JJ, but they, this body we leave, and they're not there. So it's the body at that point, But the body is the temple of the soul, I believe, and it should be completely, never treated like that, like what they did. It was the temple of her soul until she died, and it should be respected. And to dismember it is just disgusting, really. Oh, thank you, Sensible Crime. I'm respectful. Thank you, of crime victims and the deed. I know what you mean. Okay, thank you. I just know people get a little bit. Sometimes I feel I have to explain when I say stuff like that, but that's a normal way of understanding it, and it's part of the grieving process too, for families to understand that that's not them anymore too, the body. So this case is so sad. It's really bothering me, and so many of you. I know. Yeah, people were saying they had bad dreams last night. Elias not believing cremation, the body is a temple even after death. Right, Shelley. And also, I'm Orthodox Christian. We do not believe in cremation either. That's why we bury everybody. It's the same thing. And that's where I get that. It's the temple of the soul, so it should not be. But, every religion is different. I don't think he was decapitated, April, JJ. I think when they opened him, the way they're describing it is they found him, from head down first. I was told that his whole body was wrapped. So, yeah, Zavani, I know. I'm wondering, there's got to be more coming as far as Lori's cell phone pings. For whatever reason, gosh, my nose is itching. Who's talking about me? My grandmother used to say, when your nose itches, someone's talking about you. So yeah, I think when you look at that affidavit, it's Chad. It's about Chad and these charges that there are right now, like him hiding or moving or doing something with the body. I think that affidavit is to justify those charges, and that's why he got arrested for the things he got arrested for, last week. I believe there's more coming. I'm pretty sure there has to be. I mean, we're not going to just let two murdered children, you know what I mean? I think there'll be more coming. Chad was reading a Stephen King book. Really? Oh my gosh, Marilyn. I think Chad's definitely got an evil streak in him. Whatever it is, he does definitely have it. Yeah, I know. I can't wait till they upgrade the charges on him either. I'm waiting for that day. I was hoping that was going to be yesterday, really hoping. But the 6 p.m. there in the UK, you're way ahead of us. Chad told Tammy buried a raccoon so she wouldn't be slammed if she smelled a decay. Right. Or if she noticed, the property being like the dirt or whatever being messed up wherever. Chad's very nasty. And Nate Eaton said he doesn't talk much am I remembering this right? He doesn't talk much in jail. He's reading scriptures and keeping to himself. Well, he should keep to himself. They say Chad flirted with other married women saying they were married in another life. Oh, I believe that too. Yeah, they do say that. And then who believes this Julie Rowe crap? Like, do you really think Chad, attacked her, molested her, whatever the heck she's saying? I have a really hard time believing anything Julie Rowe says, because we even did a video on her where I compared all her wishy-washy stuff. And I just feel like, I don't like to do this because, the whole Me Too movement and everything. I don't want to say somebody's lying. But Julie Rowe has actually been such a wishy-washy person anyway that I don't know if I believe this. All of a sudden, Chad's locked up in jail and she's going to come forward with this. Why didn't she come forward with this before, when she decided that they were evil, or that they, I don't know. I have a hard time believing Julie Rowe anything. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt, but she's a nut. So Chad's locked up. She can say anything she wants about him now, right? He's in jail for murder. He's not going anywhere in her mind. So why not ride on the coattails of that? And look, more attention to Julie Rowe. So yeah. On that one. Okay. I heard a rumor, and you guys can check this, that Brandon Boudreaux got married. Anybody know anything about that? I couldn't find pictures, but reliable person told me that Brandon got married. Melanie P. So do you guys know about that? Anybody know? Anybody? Yep. Good for Brandon, right? Yeah. That came down my wire yesterday. And I mean, got married, so it's not a secret, right? When you get married, they didn't elope, but yeah, I just don't have any actual pictures or anything, proof. Yep. There was a Brandon's confusion. Okay, what we're doing. These people get married way fast. They do get married really fast. But hopefully she's lovely and not crazy and not related to the Coxes in any way, shape, or form, because, they got some bad mojo in that family. What else? What other things can I tell you? Ian does have a criminal record, Tony. He had something recently, right before him and Melanie got married, right during his divorce with Natalie, of some kind of domestic violence charge. Now, it was dismissed, but it doesn't mean it didn't happen. It probably means he agreed to, classes or something. I know somebody whose husband got domestic violence and it was dismissed, but he had to go to like 6 months worth of DV classes. And that was it's kind of like a plea thing. Okay, this is dismissed if you do this. So it doesn't mean it didn't happen because it was dismissed, right? And Chad seemed to find, yeah, it's public. It's out there. If he married Natalie, well, that would be a lovely story, huh? If he married Natalie Pulowski, but I don't think that's who it was. Let's see. I do too, Wyatt. I think they would be lovely together too. And they were kind of on this mission together, so it wouldn't make sense. But everybody around there accused, I don't know what I don't know. I didn't get that up into I didn't research very much of Ian and Natalie's relationship. I don't know much about it at all. I still tend to believe that Ian is in there for the FBI right now. I don't think that he's literally committed forever to Natalie Pulowski and her stupid, weird Tylee would roll her eyes crap. Yeah, Melanie P has a hearing. Yeah. So they found out with Tylee how hard it was to dismember a body is, and fresh flesh won't cremate at temperature normal bonfire. Yeah, I think maybe they started doing that with Tylee, and then they realized it was hard. You didn't know that, Marilyn, that David Warwick was with Melanie Gibb and saw JJ in September? Yeah, I knew that. I was told that I don't know. You know, people tell me stuff and they say don't tell, so then I don't tell. But then when it comes out, I'm like, oh yeah, I knew that, because I don't tell if somebody tells me not to tell. But yeah, he was there. They both were there that weekend that they visited. Interesting, though. I didn't know how much interaction he had, because he said that he saw Alex holding JJ and appeared to be sleeping and all that. So that's kind of big deal, really, too, right? Just the thought of evil Lori smiling and kissing Chad in Hawaii at the brutal killings of their kids makes me sick. Yeah. Yeah, and her in her little on the way to the beach when Dateline showed up and holding hands and being like, you know, no comment. Where are your kids, Lori? Nate, I love that. I still love that. That's so classic. That when he's like, Lori, where are your kids? People are praying for your kids all over the world. Where are your kids, Lori? That's great. That's great. Chad, where are kids? I mean, you go back and look at their faces during that. It's like, ooh, there's a little bit of information in that body language. Well, I'm Chad, and I can't tell you because Lord told me I can't tell you, so I can't tell you. Yeah. So that was that. Nate's the best, I know. And then did you see when he was gonna, Joseph Murray has been really a jerk to reporters and to YouTubers and stuff like that. And when he was flying over there the day that they were searching the yard, Joseph Murray he said something to Nate on social media, and Nate's all on the helicopter. Hey, Joseph, we're flying over your house. We should be there in about 5 minutes. Like, I love Nate. I'm like, oh, that is hilarious. What is the new Dateline update? Come on. I think tomorrow night, Sunday night, new Dateline. I only saw the teaser about Melanie Gibb on it. I don't think Melanie and her, I don't know when JJ was killed. They were there that weekend, and he was last seen that weekend. So it's weird. Oh, wow. Look at, we got a good number of people here today. Welcome, everybody. 381 people. That's nice. I got a lot of new subscribers this week, and I really appreciate anyone that subscribed. I think I got almost 1,500 new subscribers in the last couple days. So that makes me happy. Whether you're here because you love me or hate me, makes me happy. The 23rd of September, yeah. What's your thoughts on Melanie Gibb now? I think Melanie Gibb was very sucked into a terrible belief system. And thank goodness she saw the light. And yeah, there were a lot of mistakes, and there were things she could have seen sooner. But I think she was really, hi Dels. I think she was really sucked in, and I think she still needs deprogramming. But I don't think she's a bad person. And I do think you got to remember, there's a lot of people that maybe knew stuff, but at this point, what's the goal? The goal is to get Chad and Lori put away forever, because they are the horrible ones here, the horrible ones, right? So if someone like her is going to be the witness, I think she deserves some support, you know? So that's, I mean, that's just my opinion of her. I don't know her personally. But I do think without her blabbing, she did blab to her friends, which was the initial zombie email letter. I don't know if we'd be as far as we are now. And we can say, shoot, none of this should have ever happened. Those police officers in Gilbert and Chandler could have stopped this. You know, there's so many things wrong. Alex should have been arrested when he shot Charles. That probably could have stopped this. You know, they barely investigate. What about Brandon's shooting? I know the kids were probably already gone, but Tammy wasn't gone yet. Why wasn't that more deeply looked into? They have a car description, license plate. Alex didn't die till December 12th. Why wasn't he taken in for questioning on that? Like, I have so many questions about this snowball of things that weren't done. You know, I just bothers me. If you could go write a whole book on everything that went wrong from, you know, the day Lori was born forward. All the Daybell kids live in and out of that home in Salem. They have to know something, right? They either knew something or they're as gullible as the next guy. Yeah, wrongful death suit for Charles. That makes sense. What do they think Brandon knew about the kids' disappearance? And is this correct that the Daybell kids are on Brandon's witness list? I got to do some research today, you guys. It's been such a crazy week. My darn full-time real job, the one that pays my bills and gives me insurance and puts food on the table, that one, was really, really busy all week. I mean, to the point where I was literally I didn't get everything done this week. I probably have 15 voicemails that I need to get. And if you don't know, I'm a registered nurse and I'm a case manager, high-risk OB case manager. So I work 40 hours a week doing that. And then this is after work and weekends. And in this case, it's been so busy. It's literally, I'm kind of grateful that coronavirus has grounded me because it gives me more time to be able to work on this. Except for the sad part is that I haven't seen my grandson since January because they're in California. And he's turning into such a little kid. He won't be 3 till September. And it's just like, I want to go visit him. But I'm under strict rules that my daughter's pregnant, so I can't bring germs to their house at this point. And now, of course, we're having a second wave. So let's see. Makes you wonder if Chad's kids walked over while they were. Now, you guys talking about this? I don't know. Maybe I missed it. But there is a post on Craigslist that Joseph Murray asked for people, if anybody, he could get cinder blocks. And he actually shows a picture of the fire pit with cinder blocks there. So what does he know? Like, what does he know? And then, of course, we're suspicious about Emma's Cadillac that she sold right around that same time because people are thinking, wow, maybe he transported JJ's body in the Cadillac. And then they got rid of the Cadillac. So somebody needs to find that, right? So I don't know, guys. There's just so much, and I'm afraid we may never know all this because if they plea, you know, if they do charges and they plea to life in prison and not death penalty, and there's no trial, we won't. I don't think we'll know everything, right? We won't get to hear the witnesses and all that. I mean, I want them away for good, but I'd also be really interested in hearing a trial on this. So, but they're kind of narcissistic and above everything. They may just go ahead and take their chances on a trial, right? I mean, Chad and Lori, they just might. You know what I mean? Heard Alex was instructed to dismember Tylee to rid evil spirits by Lori and Tylee. Where'd you hear that? I don't know. Yeah, that's what I mean. You know, Chad's arrogant and narcissistic and he thinks he's all that. I think he thinks he can just, I think he might go for a trial. And I don't know where Lori's head's at. After all, the gods and gods don't do time, right? They have portals. We have a portal here in our emojis. We have a portal, pink portal. Why does Colby have a GoFundMe? The apple sure doesn't fall from the tree. Well, you know, I was against Colby's GoFundMe initially because I thought this is well before the bodies were found, and his mother-in-law got a lot of slack for putting the GoFundMe, but the amount on it is only $7,000, so it's not like they're asking for $1 million, and he's had to go deal with the fact that he's, you know, his siblings are dead, his mom's a murderer, serial killer, and he has a new family, and he's young, and he's 23, right? And I know I'm alive and well, how much my kids need me, and at times they need a little help financially. So, and they're in their 20s. And they're all grown and, you know, work, but I just think that sometimes, and he lost his job, he lost his car. So a little bit of help financially to keep the lights on, put food on the table, all that stuff. I don't think it's terrible. I mean, if he was asking for millions or out there trying to write a book or something, I might be a little bit more skeptical. But right now, I think it's at 12K now. Okay, but they were only asking for 7, so people are donating. I don't know. You know, if you don't want to, don't. But I really don't think it's like a way to get money. I did initially. I was like, heck no, we don't need no freaking GoFundMe. What is he doing? But I've changed my mind. And yeah, Colby's lucky to be here. You know, he could have been killed too, right? And I feel bad for them now, for Colby and his wife. The Cadillac, Lori. I guess Emma had a Cadillac. Emma, Chad Daybell's daughter, had a Cadillac that she put up for sale on that same week. I don't remember the exact date that JJ disappeared. And people have mentioned that maybe they had the body in there and they wanted to get rid of it, get rid of the Cadillac, so in case it was ever searched. You know what I mean? Like cadaver dogs or something, if there ever was a body in it. So, yeah. So, you know, what, I'm missing stuff. And look at, we got 432 people here. So welcome anybody that's new. I appreciate you being here. We do these Saturday morning lives and we discuss the case. The newest news is just the fact that the affidavit came out yesterday. So that's mostly what we're talking about now. And I like to interact with people. So I've had people say, oh, you know, don't watch because she chats with her friends. But that's what, if I wanted to just tell you stuff, I'd record it. I like to see what you all think too as well. So that's what I do here. Some people like it. Some people think I'm wasting time. Okay. Melanie G would be able to testify if she saw a Cadillac around. There was a Cadillac, but I don't know when, and it was Chad's. There really was. It was for sale. But we don't know why they sold it at that exact time. Is it a coincidence, or did they put something in there that they didn't want to have found, right? Okay, sometimes people donate to channel creators to help with cost of channel and living expenses, completely optional. Yeah, I mean, most channels now, YouTube has done this thing about monetization. People used to be able to make their channel and have ads show up. Ads do show up, but YouTube is very particular. I am right now, most likely, like my last video was about the bodies being found. If it's monetized, it's limited. So I get nothing from that, really. You won't hardly see ads. if they okay to monetize, you'll see ads, and I'll get a little bit of money, like pennies, from each person that watches the ad, pennies. So YouTube allowed people now to have memberships because they did have, when things are controversial, they have all these rules, like you can't talk about like this, you know, and get monetized. Like there's things you can't talk about on YouTube where they will automatically let you get monetized, and they review it. So a lot of my videos are not monetized. So that's why people donate if they want to. It's completely optional. I'm still doing this no matter what. And that's why, because somebody's asking about that. And then we have the memberships now, which the lowest is $1.99 a month. It supports the channel. And I put my money back into the channel. I bought some lights. Eventually, hopefully I can get a new computer system so it's easier for me to have 2 screens and everything. You know, I bought a microphone. I bought, you know, so I do try to put the money back to make the channel better. That, you know, so donations are completely optional. You're welcome to be here, whether you donate or not. I have no issues with that. I'm trying to put my phone somewhere. My shout outs to my, speaking of members, I have my 2 highest membership levels are the Zodiac and the Sixth Sense. So Charlie Girl Says is a Zodiac member. Lisa Edmondson is a Sixth Sense, which is the highest level. Julie Krinke, Sixth Sense. Dawn Marie Taylor is a Zodiac. Rainy Joe is a Zodiac, and Carrie Burke. And they have been here for quite some time as members of my channel. Much appreciated, all my members. But it's growing, so sorry, cold case people. I can't name all of you, but you're here. I see you. I think Woodcocks will take Colby under the ring. Yeah, and I think the Woodcocks are awesome. I mean, I'm sure they're desperately grieving right now. We haven't heard much from them, and rightly so at this point, since they went and saw the location of where the bodies are. But they're doing what they should do. And, you know, they're good people. I've been a Kay Larry fan from day one. This is my cup that reminds me not to get in other people's business because I do that sometimes. Oh, thank you, Wyatt. Very much appreciated. Great work as always. Thank you very much for the donation. Thank you. I rewatched Lori's hearings with Chad. Oh, there we go. We got a new member, Michelle Rice. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. The membership's fun too because we have our happy hour. Next Friday will be the next happy hour at 5 o'clock Pacific time. Oh, a donation to the dead children? I'm missing something, guys. Sorry. Thank you. You think I'm doing a good job? Christy has a new channel. Thank you very much. Thank you, Carrie. Yeah, Tony says hit the like button. Lots of people coming in. Hit that like button, folks. Yes, please, you guys. I mean, it does help me. That alone, believe me, helps the channel. Just hitting the like button helps the channel. You know, it's not just about money. So if you support the channel, hit the like button. And if you don't, I guess you hit the down like button. I don't know. Do you think Melanie Gibb knew JJ was about to be killed? Lori told her Alex had him and he turned into a zombie. Yeah. I think Melanie Gibb missed some red flags, but I think she was in a weird mindset too. And I don't think she literally thought, oh my gosh, they're going to kill the child. I don't know, denial or what, but even if my friend said their kid was a zombie, I'd be like, do you need to go to the doctor? But she was in that belief system that people actually became zombies. I can't wrap my mind around that thinking. I just can't, right? I just don't even understand how you could go there. Like actually think this is a thing, a real thing. Right? You know what I mean? Hey, Cassie. Thank you. Are you guys, you guys saw my new jail emoji, right? We got our potato emoji for Chad, Mr. Potato Man. We got, I did a jail emoji. We got a mummy from Mummy and Sunny, the Big Fat Liars. Can you believe that they went on national television and said they spoke to JJ on October 2nd? I don't believe anything that comes out of those people's mouth at this point. Yes, Kathryn's channel will likely be a case study for subscriber growth for YouTube. Oh, you go. You're nice. Oh, thank you, Dells. Oh, your friend lives on the same block and goes to church with Barry and Janice? Oh, interesting. Huh. Hi, Patricia from Ohio. And oh, yeah, there's emojis. Look at you guys. There you go. There's the new one. The newest one is the jail. Oh, and Chad's mugshot is there too. And then the little kids are there. There's a little girl and a little boy that's smaller as an emoji for JJ and Tylee. And we got our wine for my happy hour because I drink wine at happy hour. Lori's family's wackadoodle. They lie. What do you think, Annie? Oh, reply of Melanie Gibb. I don't know. I think there's a lot of drama going on. What joke are they? Janice and Summer liars. Oh, totally. Joke. I love these emojis. Yeah, they are. They're fun. The emojis are really fun. Melanie Gibb's definition of zombie. Should have known Lori was talking about murder. It came out and said, someone enough times my friends would call the police. But if I said zombie, yeah, you guys, this is the weirdest case ever. I don't know where her mind was at. My whole position on Melanie Gibb is we can't go backwards. I'm just at this point, because people are like, oh, she's a Melanie Gibb fan. I'm not anybody fan. I don't know. People are all involved in this crap. Well, I am a Kay and Larry Woodcock fan. That's probably the only person people I'm truly a fan of in this, if you want to call fans in this horrible case. But I feel like with Melanie Gibb, we can only go forward. She messed up maybe by not speaking sooner, but so did the police department to Charles. So did not getting Alex questioned or arrested when he shot Charles. So did them never investigating Brandon's shooting well enough. So at this point, I say whatever she can help with the case from this whenever point forward is important. There you go, Marilyn. Lori and Chad, liars. Yup. Maybe Photoshop a morph of Chad and Lori and add active. The police didn't do anything with what Charles said, so why would Melanie be believed? That's what I mean. Like, it's really sad. And I honestly don't think CPS would have done a thing. I don't think. They get in trouble all the time for not doing enough. But it's very hard. Okay, for example, I called CPS one time. I was working as a nurse on Nurse Advice Line. And this mom picked her kid up from daycare. And this little girl was 3. And this little girl had vaginal bleeding. I use the word vaginal because it's actually a word. People are like, oh, but I'm an OB nurse. So to me, it's just like a normal word. But she had bleeding and bruising. And I called, the mom told me this. And I said, you need to take her in, but mandatory reporter, right? I called CPS. They won't take it. They're like, well, did the little girl actually verbalize that? And I said, no, her mom said she won't tell her what happened. Well, obviously they get threatened, right? So sometimes I think CPS they have such a tight guideline. They want to take the case. So they were like, well, if she takes her to the hospital and they examine her, they'll report it there. But so sometimes I just don't. And that's pretty big. That's more than calling your kid a zombie, right? Than a friend saying, oh my. So I don't believe that, Mormons don't believe in zombies. Sometimes I think some people have this belief system of Chad and Lori confused with mainstream LDS. It's not. They claim to be LDS. They were LDS or raised LDS, but they've brought people in from the LDS church and took them down this horrific path that isn't LDS belief system. And I don't understand the thoughts, but they probably just pick the most gullible people and be like, hey, we got some, we know more, we're bigger and better, you know. So, Candy Apple, CPS is totally corrupt. Most are not qualified to pick up dog poop. I mean, there's a case I want to do a video on out of Corona, California, that it just has a horrible outcome after CPS didn't get involved when they really truly should have. So I don't know. I'm glad I don't work for them, because if their guidelines are that strict where you can't even open a case when a nurse from a nurse advice line calls and tells you that this child was literally has physical damage like that, I don't know, you know. I just hope once they took her, that little girl, there was another report on it, you know, but I don't know. Melanie G mentioned that Lori and Chad thought they were the head of the Church of the Firstborn. What's that? Yeah, I did see that. And I looked up the Church of the Firstborn. There's some, I think there's different churches named that, Church of the Firstborn, but there's actually an old cult called Church of the Firstborn. And I found a really interesting article about a girl, it's a woman now, that was raised by parents in this Church of the Firstborn, and her life was horrific growing up, and the cult was just bad news. They basically used the kids as slaves. And you could probably Google it because it came up really easy for me. But I read that a while back. So, and then I had some slack, no, that's not what they were, and that's not what this is, and I don't know, but I don't know. Zab Girl has a section on Cox family. Father Barry Cox, mom sued IRS. Yep, I know they're anti-government people. Right. Let's see. Colby, Larry, and Kate and Brandon are together. Good. That's awesome. That they need each other. You know, they really do. All of them. They were so hurt by this. Victims, true victims, you know, more than anybody. Brandon, Colby, Kate, and Larry. I mean, I can't name anybody else that's more of a victim here than them, as far as how this, you know, how much they cared about the children and not trying to get their moment in the sun or whatever other people try to do, you know. I feel I need to move out of this area. They even sell liquor beer on Sundays down. A lot of places are like that. It's funny because I'm from California and you can get it anywhere, anytime. But other states have really weird, I mean, I don't understand the rule, to be honest, because people can stockpile alcohol in their homes. So you're not going to stop people from drinking. So it's just weird. But yeah, I don't think Barry's LDS. Yes, no religion bashing at all here, please. Thank you so much, you guys. Except for Lori and Chad's religion, because it's not a real religion. It's, you know, Team Woodcock. Yep, exactly. Can't get alcohol on Sunday in Oklahoma. Yeah, I know. One day, I mean, there's so many different rules. I like I said, I was in California for almost forever. And one day these ladies were from out of town and they were driving through the grocery store parking lot. And they're like, hey, do you know where we could buy alcohol? And I'm like, in the grocery store right there? She's like, alcohol, like vodka. I'm like, yeah, go in the grocery store. But then I moved to Oregon and you can't get that in the grocery store. You actually have to go to a liquor store. So there's all kinds of different. Cali's a trip. Lived here all my life. Yep. It is definitely a trip. I'm still on the fence if I'm going back or not. So expensive is the problem, and I got to retire someday. I want to go back because I raised my kids there, and 3 of them are there. One of them's here. And the grandkids I like better than my kids. I was saying that yesterday. I don't love anybody better, but I like my grandkids better than my kids. Let's see. That's great. Wishing you so much luck. I need to try to quit. Okay, you guys are talking about something. Did they do it to protect themselves or free the kids? Yeah. I think, honestly, I have a really hard time believing that they actually, hi, Stephanie. I have a really hard time believing that they actually believe this crap. I honestly believe that they are all about selfishness, money, greed, lust. I don't really think they thought, oh, goodness, these kids are zombies. How come Lori's not a zombie? How come if Alex killed them, he didn't? Oh, well, he did turn into a zombie. I forgot. But how come, and I was wondering, let's see. Yeah. You guys, sometimes the chat is just like, yep, greed, sex, money, Eleni. Absolutely. Agreed. Look at the way Lori dressed and how material she was. She's very materialistic, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I like nice things too, but not to the point of it being my world, right? And I will go out without makeup on, right? So the adults killed or slated to be killed had large life insurance piles, right? So there you go, right? There's motive, money, right? Yeah, grandkids are great. I have one, Mona, and he is going to be 3 in September, and baby number 2 for my daughter is due in August. And with coronavirus, I can't even be in the room when she delivers, which sucks because I'm an OB nurse and I know everything. Well, I do, but her husband has to be there. So it's really messing everything up. Can y'all believe that these people actually thought they were invincible? Most above God himself? No, that's what cracks me. Like, not cracks me up, but it's hard to wrap my mind around that. Oh, welcome, Karen. Welcome to Cold Case. Thank you for becoming a member. Very, very much appreciated. You can come to happy hour on Friday. Does she know baby's gender? Yeah, it's a girl. It's a girl. I'm so excited because we don't have girls. I had 3 boys and 1 girl, and I had to make the girl a girl. I got a book to get her, and she was number 3 out of 4. And both brothers only have boys, and my sister actually wound up with 1 girl, and a boy. So out of my mom's like 11 grandkids, there's only 2 girls. So to get a girl I'm just really happy about that. Not that, I mean, I love my little grandson because he's hilarious. He's like talking to me on FaceTime one day, and he wanted his mom to do something for him, and he's all, they call me Yaya because it's Greek and I'm Greek. And he's like, hey, Yaya, I'll call you later. I'm like, when did this happen? Call me later. You got more important things to do. Whatever. So the baby will be nice. Let's see. What else? Tony Waters, Tylee money about to go away, except for money from her dad, not controlled by her mom anymore. Yeah, welcome. Oh, you go. Thank you guys for welcoming new people. I still can't believe Tammy was alive with all this going on in her backyard. I know. Can you believe that? And then the actual almost shot at paintball gun, probably not a paintball gun. Whoever the shooter is a bad shot, thankfully. Not thankfully, because they wound up getting Tammy anyways, but they missed Brandon, so. Let's see. Kathryn, can we do what? That. I missed it. I missed the question. Ciceroos, I missed the question. Yeah, they are. Kids are so funny. They crack me up. Call you later. Call me later. I just still laugh about that. Like, you're 2. Got better things to do all of a sudden, because before he's like, show me the chickens, show me this, show me the dog, show me the cat, blah, blah, blah. And now he's like, hey, I'll call you later. I don't know. It just makes me laugh. Zulema information, anything? No, there's something weird about Zulema. I still can't put my finger on her and what she knew. Let's see. When you're tired, you can give them back. Right, exactly. I'm like, I'm going home now. Bye. Who do you think killed Tammy? I think Chad did. Or Alex snuck in and did something, but I think it was poison of some sort. And I don't know how he would have done it. You know, people say you can, or we know, what if they were giving all these people insulin? You're not going to find that. Shoot them with some insulin, hypoglycemia, diabetic coma, dead, gone, right? Thank you for the donation, Granny Sue. Appreciate it. I missed the question, though. Let me see if I can. What? Oh, yeah. I did answer your question. I'm losing it. Thank you for the donation. But that one's still up in the air, too, because there's so many twists and turns in this. I'm like, oh, I think Joe Murray did it. I think, you know, I don't know, right? Thank you, Audrey. I think Tammy was suspicious of cheating. Yeah, thank you for the $2 donation. Really appreciated. I think Tammy was too. I think well, in Melanie Gibbs' initial zombie email that people say I didn't get first, but I did. What in that initial zombie email, it says flat out that Lori had told her that Tammy was getting suspicious. I love my grandkids. Oh, they're fun. Thank you, Granny Sue. Thank you, Cassie. I'm having a grab baby boy in December. Your first grandbaby was a girl and love her. I know, it's so fun. When my daughter told me she was having a baby, I'm like, wait. I mean, she had already been married for like 2 years, so it made sense. But I was like, she's like, what do you want to be called? I'm like, I'm going to be a grandmother. It took me a minute until he got here. And then I was like, oh, can I keep him? Like a new puppy, you know, like, oh, I want to keep him. I'll be a grandma. Yeah, no problem. Let's see. Yeah, I'm scared what small truths were in Chad's lie text to Tammy, right? Where is the zombie email? One of your videos, episode 11, has me reading it initially and not really knowing what the heck I got and was reading because it was emailed to me and I was like, well, I'm gonna make a video on this. I don't know what this signifies, but it does. But I read it in part 11. There's a picture of like a stock photo picture on the front of it, on the thumbnail, of a man and a woman kind of walking on the beach. That's the one it's in. Who is Julie Rowe? Julie Rowe is somebody that followed Chad's belief system, was all part of this whole crap, that got excommunicated from the LDS church. And she likes attention, but she'll say she doesn't. And she has been all over the map. She was Chad's biggest cheerleader in the beginning. Oh, I would never hurt those kids. I have visions. She has visions and stuff. And she saw them in a happy place on a beach being happy. And then she totally changed her mind. Oh, Chad, after we realized that things are bad, she's like, oh, yeah, Chad's a bad guy. And now she's saying that Chad tried to rape her, molest her or something. So Julie Rowe is, yeah, there you go. She's a jilted lover. And she's crazy. There's a video out there of her talking there's a video on YouTube. I think I have it in one of my videos, but it's her like talking like word salad, making no sense, and it's just crazy. But then when I posted it, she came on, and then somebody's like, oh, it's a code. And it's not a code, because I know the person that she left the message for personally now, and it wasn't code. It was just crazy. Was she on Court TV, Julie Rowe? I know she was just on with her. She did I tend not to pay that much attention to Julie Rowe anymore, to be honest, you guys. I don't think Julie Rowe's on any witness list at this point. She did Nancy Grace, though, didn't she, this week or something, too? Eric is the one that interviews with, he and Julie Rowe have their podcast in the car thing. They're always doing podcasts and they're in a car, and Eric kind of interviews her every time. So yeah, And you guys, if you, like I said, if you're new, if you want to binge watch all of it, I have it in all these videos. The Julie Rowe stuff is in all the videos. The, from January, no, I think I started making videos on this in January or February. No, not February. It was definitely January. I don't think it was December because it was after I came back from Christmas. So it's all there, I saw Julie Rowe at a seminar with one of my friends. She tells about her near-death experience where Jesus showed her the end of the world. Julie Rowe, that's the kind of stuff Julie Rowe talks about. She can see on the other side of the veil, and she talks about it a lot and what she sees, and her angels tell her this and that. But her angels are messed up because she's never really gets the story right. She predicted some big earthquakes to happen. That never happened. She's a false prophet is what she is, trying to make money off of people by selling books and speaking engagements is what she is. Right. So Julie needs to row out of the spotlight. Exactly. The more attention people give Julie Rowe, the more she's going to stick around. And she truly has nothing to do with this case, to be honest. I wish people would stop interviewing her, to be honest. Like, stop with the Julie Rowe. Because she's just going to come on and tell you a bunch of baloney anyways to toot her own horn and get you. How do you spell her name? R-O-W-E. Julie. JJ was murdered in apartment 107. Do you believe that? Do you think so? In JJ's apartment? Maybe I missed this, but did you talk about her accusations against Chad for sexual assault? Yeah, I just saw that, and I don't buy it. And I'm sorry. I don't want to be like an anti-Me Too movement, but I think she's full of shit. I don't believe it. Because why is she saying this now? She's just riding on Chad's coattails since he's a murderer. So now she can get more, notoriety. Sweater's on weird, from it. So I have a hard time believing. Let's see. She's no different than Chad. Someone should check her out. Her kids are in danger. Yeah. And I don't know why she's always in her car. She said 2 huge earthquakes would destroy all of Utah. Yeah. Not happened. But I mean, how hard is it to predict earthquakes? We have earthquakes. You go on an earthquake map, there's earthquakes every day all over the place. I can predict one. I think there's going to be an earthquake somewhere today in the western part of the United States. Then you go look at the fault map and I say, oh my gosh, there's a 1.1. There's a 2. That happened constantly. So blah, 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 Julie Rowe is my opinion. That's my take on the Julie Rowe. I just watched an interview with Julie Rowe and Nancy Grace. Rowe was claiming Chad told her as well as they were married in a past life. Well, it fits the MO here. Me too. He told me we were married before. You've had 1,000 aftershocks. Yeah. I mean, I've lived in California, not right now, but since 1980. And earthquakes all the time. And if you're right on top of them, even a small one feels pretty shaky, Let's see what else you guys got. Yeah, earthquake. Yeah, Utah's always had earthquakes. California's always had earthquakes. Even the Midwest has earthquakes, China or Japan. There's earthquakes. They happen. Hawaii. Her opinions change with each new development. How could she defend Chad? Right. These people don't say anything without meaning something else. Could Chad texting Tammy, he shot a raccoon, mean Tylee may not have been dead when taken to the property? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. In case somebody said they heard a gunshot, right? Oh yeah, my husband told me that he shot a raccoon. That's where that was. Like, I'm really suspicious of that. I think that brings into some really big questions right there that he would have to tell her that. I don't know if he told her that because there would have been a gunshot sound or because he was burying something in the yard, right? They were married to Moroni. Yeah. I don't know why all these people were like, and then thank you, Eleni, for the donation. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. $5 donation. Thank you. Tina Van Buckle. Chad is living. He's living. I missed it. I don't know what. Yeah, he's living. Lying. I'm interpreting that autocorrect. Lying, right? Suspicious text for sure. Yeah, it was try to throw Tammy off. Oh, thank you, Tina. Very much appreciated. You like the show, the channel. I'm growing. I'm happy about that. It makes me keep going, when your channel grows. Makes you feel good about this. And raccoons aren't out during the day, so stupid, right? We have a raccoon that comes over my fence all the time. I've never once seen that dude in the daytime. They're busy at night. They're nocturnal. So Chad's full of bologna and cheese. Let's see. Crazy cat lady, ex-LDS, and they called her a false prophet. I was mad at the time. I thought it was because she was a woman, but my opinion changed. Okay, yeah. I think she's a false prophet. Exactly. Kill 2 children, bury them, and then happily go to Hawaii smiling and living it up. Y'all, what in the world, right? Isn't that the most horrible thing? And now they're smiling stupid faces on the beach in their stupid wedding garb and their Hawaiian leis and their fake champagne, or maybe it was real. I don't know. Do you think Chad was? Link says it should have made a woman go wild. No. Chad or no, Chad. That's what I picture him at. Did they dismember Tylee trying to hide the gunshot? I don't know. Right, Carrie. They're not smart. It's super crazy, but they're not smart. I mean, he buried them in his backyard. All the places on the planet, in the United States, in Idaho, and you bury them in your backyard? Really? You can't go to some remote place? I mean, thankfully he did, because it helps the case, but really crazy. Like, okay, buried these missing children in your backyard. Let's see what else you guys got. Well, he's God. Penny said, I totally understand what you're saying, but I really hope she didn't have to fight. Oh, I know. Thanks for a great podcast. Have a great weekend, Kathryn. Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate the donation very much. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you. Carrying his phone with GPS on, Alex was stupid, right? That's stupid alone there. I mean, some people actually leave their phones at home when they're in the middle of murdering people, or they get a burner phone or something. Really dumb. Hope Melanie gets arrested for something, anything. I think she will, because I think she has something to do with Brandon. If nothing else, I think Melanie P. knew about Brandon and the attempt on his life. And I think she was involved in, like, conspiracy-wise on that, even if she wasn't in the car or pulled the trigger. I really don't know what's taking so long with that, but only a dog and cat found. So no raccoon found. You got a flip phone? Let's see. Earthquake is reality here in California, but aside from his vision, I wonder if Zelima got any life insurance from Alex. Yeah, there was some document where she had petitioned for, the probate. Thank you, Evan Johnson. Thank you for the donation for $4.99. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Thanks for supporting the channel. Kathy, did you see the picture of Lori in chat? Oh, look at Mona. Thank you. Why Tammy autopsy did not been released yet? I don't know. Where's that darn autopsy? Here's what I was thinking yesterday about Tammy's autopsy. And thank you for the donation. Maybe they'll be able to find some substance in JJ's body, since he was buried and not embalmed or anything, that they can look for if they drugged him, that they can look for in Tammy, I just really think it's poison. I did the whole, I think it's malachite. I did that video on that, the poison ring. And I don't necessarily believe that the ring was what she used, but that ring is symbolic. Those malachite rings that she used when they got married in Hawaii mean something to Lori. What do they mean? Lori's all about symbolism and this and that. Why did they have those cheap Amazon malachite rings? If Chad was going to inherit, but get $400,000 from Tammy's life insurance, why wouldn't Lori, as superficial and stuff as she is, insist on getting like a couple carats for her ring? Why did she go on Amazon and order malachite rings? And they took pictures. There's something about that malachite. I don't know if it's the poison they used. I don't know what, but that malachite still burns my butt, and I would really like to know. And there's a reason for it, right? And somebody said in Chad's book, he talks about malachite in his book. And I don't know what he says about it, but I just don't know. Malachite is the most powerful in the region. Yeah. Good old-fashioned poison rings. And they say even any kind of malachite in water is poisonous, like in liquid. And someone was saying that if you mix malachite with tobacco and put it like in a tea, or tobacco, it'll taste sweet. So we had theories about that a while back. Like, did he put malachite in Tammy's tea with some tobacco? He said she had a cough. Malachite can cause coughing, the symptoms of it, especially if you breathe it. But you heard octopus poisoning or something. That's what the psychic said, octopus poisoning. Doesn't Lori go to court in a couple weeks? Yeah, July 8th and 9th. Ian knows more than he said. I think so too. I'm still rooting that Ian's still working for the FBI. Honestly, that's my hope. It makes you crazy. Who knows what they did to poor Tammy? I know. Seems so James Bond, malachite rings and that's poison they used. Weird. Well, I don't know, but one of my subscribers kind of pointed that out, and I made a whole video on it. Ian is a dope. And then other people say eye drops, which could be. There's so many other poisons out there. I think they could have used insulin if they had it. You give somebody insulin and they go into a diabetic coma. And you wouldn't find that because insulin is in a person's body. I don't know if you'd be able to detect that in a dead person. You love this theory of malachite and maybe the truth. I know. I'm curious about it. I just wonder if they tested anybody for malachite poisoning. Yep. Her ring was malachite. Jasmine did a video on the malachite, Marilyn. Yeah, I did one too. Remember? Poison ring. You leaving, Sarah? Bye. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Tammy was involved. No blood test. So they didn't. Yeah. You can die from Visine poisoning. I know. And you can give people food poisoning, by putting that. It's very scary. There's a lot of things you can put in somebody's stuff, food or drink to make them. I know. I hope they tested somehow, some way for malachite. I just don't know why were those $30 rings so important to Lori? I just don't see it. Oh, pink foam, Granny Sue, an emoji of pink foam. Really? I guess I could just make pink foam, not pink foam coming out of somebody's mouth. Great time to rewatch Big Love. Oh my God, I forgot about today. Wild night last night. Jackie, no wild nights allowed. Does insulin have to be injected or can be put in a drink? I don't know what it would do if you put it in a drink. I mean, it would still be insulin. I'm not sure. I know it's gross, but just like a pink foam cloud. You think so? Let's not do emojis of dead bodies. That's a bit much. No, I'm not doing that. But yeah, I mean, like a pink cloud. Nobody would. When they both died, they had pink foam coming out of their mouths. Yeah, that's what we heard. You know, I've seen a lot of people die. I was a hospice nurse for a little while, and I've never seen pink foam, but I can see that it could happen because if there's any kind of broken blood vessel or bleeding or anything, you know, in the respiratory system, it's going to look pink, right? Who else shouts out to nobody in the room when you want to text? What? Are you done? What are you talking? Wait, I missed something there. In the interview, Rowe also claimed Chad told her he was married to Melanie Gibb as well. Oh, really? Chad's a piece of work, isn't he? I'm still amazed they never thought anyone would ask where the kids went. Yeah, I think because they got rid of them in September and nothing happened, not even a question really until the end of November. I think they probably started feeling a little cocky. Tylee does look unhappy. A Nate emoji. Oh, Nate would be a good one. Yeah. I need, I forgot how many more members I need to make another emoji. I checked this morning. I still need a few, several, I think. But we got some today here. And then they get to use the emojis, and then they can come to happy hour, and they can see the other stuff that I put, depending on what level they use for members. Pink candy, cotton candy emoji. Pink cloud could be because of death and maybe not the appropriate emoji. All right. I think we'll skip the pink foam. I think Nate, I think a Nate emoji would be good. I think maybe like how about a grandparent emoji for Kay and Larry? Maybe not their faces, but a grandma and grandpa, like, you know, pictures of that, like a little emoji of grandma and grandpa together, like I have the Tylee and JJ. I had malachite earrings. They must mean something significant. Well, there you go. Your malachite earrings don't mean anything significant, but when we think about Lori and how she is, and that those were actually her wedding rings, and she's super, I mean, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people have malachite jewelry, but to Lori, the way Lori is, the way Lori thinks, the Lori that we see, those rings meant something. They were bought before Tammy was ever dead, and they were ordered on Amazon, and they weren't expensive. And to me, they symbolize something to Lori. I mean, I know there's malachite. A lot of people have malachite stuff, right? But I'm just talking about the way Lori thinks, or the way I assume Lori thinks. But I don't see her being okay with a $30 ring unless there was some symbolism to it. Oh, a zombie emoji. Why am I not doing that? Yeah. That's one. That's one. You like the grandparent? Okay. A zombie and a grandparent emoji. Let's see. Makes me want to get all my stones, which are so many. Kidding. But still, Lori was so freaky. Yeah, totally. Nate with a microphone. That's a good one. Nate deserves a cool emoji with his spiked hair and cute smile. Aw. And Nate. So grandparents, zombie, and Nate. I think those are better than pink foam. Grandparents, Nate, and a zombie. All right, I wrote it down so I won't forget. Zombie potato. Don't leave Nate out. Okay, Nate. Nate Eaton with Lori. Tell us what happened to your kids. Like Nate with that. Like if I can make that picture, like when he's doing that in an emoji, that'd be perfect, right? Who's the mummy? Can't remember. Mummy and Summy. Janice is the mummy. Janice is the mummy because I call her Mummy. Like we call her Mommy here, but mummy is a mummy, right? Mom. Nate's on his way to bigger journalism. I hope so. He did a great job with this story. Nate's the man, you guys. Is Lori's mom mummy? Yeah, mummy. Janice's mummy. Let's see. What else, you guys? Nate should get every possible recognition for his unbelievable, great reporting, horrific story. I agree. Nate did awesome. Nate with helicopter headphones on, yelling at Joseph. Oh, yeah. I love it. Hey, Joseph, we'll be over your house in about 5 minutes. Run away. Makes me laugh. Don't forget the big cocktail party with your tin hats on July 22nd, because that's the doomsday day, according to Chad and Lori. Oh, yeah. Here it comes. We'll do a live chat, right, on the 22nd and be like, anybody see anything? Anything happening? Lori's trial fashion. Oh, that's hilarious. Look at you. And her lipstick. That lip emoji, the red lipstick with the lipstick emoji, that was, because of Lori and her lips. Hello from Sweden, watching all these crazy things happening. What they've done is so far from God-loving people. Oh, absolutely. Just horrible people. Justin Lum. Yeah, Justin Lum should get some credit too. He's been on it for sure. Everybody throw an end of the world bash party on the 22nd, right? There it is. There's the lips, Lori lips. There, Lori lips, Lori and the crazy. You guys, I love when you play with emojis because they make me laugh. Welcome, Marianne. RB. I think they find that the kids were drugged, and with that, they can backtrack and recheck on Tammy, Joseph, Ryan, and maybe Alex. They would use the same death. Yeah. That would be awesome. How do we know someone was shot? We don't. We're assuming maybe because he called Tammy. I can't figure out if he told Tammy he shot a raccoon, which is a lie, right? I'm trying to figure out if he was covering because somebody would have heard a shot that day, or if he's just telling Tammy that because he's going to have a place where something's buried in the backyard. Doomsday cocktail party. Is it a Friday? Because then we could just tie it right in with our cocktail or our happy hour on Friday and open it up to everybody for that one. What day of the week is July 22nd? Let me look. Where's my calendar? July, next month. It's a Wednesday. It's a hump day. We could do that. He couldn't shoot the broadside of a barn, right? Totally. Okay, Wednesday. There will be no tomorrow. We could totally just wild it all up. Get as many likes, and you guys can donate a whole bunch to the channel because it won't matter after that. You guys will be fine because we're going to be gone, and my channel will go down in history as doing well on the last day of the world. Nor Jasmine has a tinfoil hat on her channel. I love it. Oh, that's funny. That's perfect. Shannon, good idea. 3-day party, culminating the Friday happy hour, right? I'm not going to work that day. Sorry. Don't matter. We're not going to have to be here tomorrow anyways. Takes skill to shoot. Police should test his shooting ability. We don't know it. I'm looking for concrete answer. My group, I need a source. Yeah. So are you talking about the shooting? So just April, we don't know, like in the affidavit. And then there was that other part in there about the fact that in July, somebody heard a gunshot, and Gar said it was because his dad killed a raccoon. So I think they're just like, it's like some kind of weird evidence, like suspicious, but I don't know. I don't think we know for sure. I'm going to read the affidavit really good again and put it in a recorded video. We need some remote reports from outside the Rexburg and Fremont jail on July 22nd. Yeah, that would be good too. A hangover party. A question. Did the police find the daytime raccoon? Yeah, that's a good question. So I have that question too. When they dug things up, there was in the affidavit, they said there were some other animal bones, but it didn't say raccoon. I think it didn't say dog and cat. I only read it once, and I read it last night. So be really interesting to know if there was a dead raccoon there. Now, there might have been one from July, right? If that was really true, Garth's story about the raccoon from July, but it's still weird. Was the raccoon okay? I think oh, look it, there's a raccoon. Lenny has a raccoon emoji. Granny Sue, the LU for Left Undone. I live among raccoons and see them all the time. They do not come out in the day. I know, that's what I thought. Like they're not. The only time I've ever seen a raccoon is at night, and they live in trees if they can. I read that Chad killed a whole beehive of bees when he was a kid. Serial killer in training. Wonder what else. There's some suspicion that he's involved with other stuff. Like there's other stuff. Somebody said that Donna Serafina, the psychic, said there's another body somewhere on the property. I don't know. The only evidence we have on Chad being there when Alex's phone pinged on the property from the text he sent to Tammy on 9/9/19. Yeah. That's why I think the charges right now are he hid evidence or did something with that, because people heard or saw him doing the bonfires long after Chad was, or Alex was dead, and someone, and it's just rumor, I don't know, I didn't see it in the affidavit, said they saw him out digging in the yard at some point too, at weird hours of the night. I know, being a courtroom officer, how do you not punch the crap out of Chad Daybell? Seriously. Can you imagine? If I was on that jury, I'd be like, stink eye the whole time. Lori's charges aren't appropriate. They were dead, not abandoned. Yeah, I'm curious. So that when are those charges going to be upped or moved or whatever? Yeah. So if the raccoon story was true in June, and then it was a convenient excuse because, oh yeah, like remember that one time when we shot a raccoon? Let's just say there's another one. But was it because he was burying something, or was it because somebody was going to hear a gunshot? I don't know. For some reason I think, for some reason, I don't think Tylee was shot. Last night I was thinking maybe she was, but I think these kids were drugged and poisoned too. That's what I'm thinking. That day in Yellowstone, Tylee looks kind of glassy-eyed, don't you think? Sounds like Chad's afraid of everything but his own mighty power. He kills bees, a raccoon, and takes lives. Yeah, Chad's a piece of work. Do you know without bees, we would all starve to death? I've heard that. Bees are super important to the ecosystem. And I'm allergic to those darn things. I've stepped on so many when I was a kid because I was still running around barefoot in the clover. I don't think that was Tylee in Yellowstone. You don't think that was Tylee? Some people believe that well, no, because they said they have her at the entrance from the video there. I don't know. There's so many questions. I have so many questions. Chad looked weak, worn out. I can still see him thinking Lori was still worth it. Oh, maybe I'll get a chance to portal visit her again. Or visit her portal. Don't mess with Mother Nature, right? Why take them to Yellowstone to drug them? I don't get the whole Yellowstone trip either. Unless they had a different plan and it didn't go down right in Yellowstone. Like, oh crap, we're going to hide her here, but there's too many people. Why is this place so crowded? Now what do we do? Oh goodness, I'm Lori and I have to think of plan B. I have to do all the brains in this household with you people, you Chad and Alex. Let me think. What can we do? Oh, I know. Chad, your house. You got a big yard. I know. How does the Yellowstone Park fit in? I know. Big, 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 big question now, because we thought that they hit her there, but they didn't. But did they kill her there? You like my impressions? It's just whatever comes out of my brain at the moment is what when I'm thinking of what Chad would say. Portal potty. Yep, we have a portal potty. Did you see the emoji? There's a pink portal potty emoji. If you notice, most of their pictures, their eyes are red. I didn't notice that. Lori always has a plan, right? Lori, I have a plan. I always have to come up with the plans. Okay, here it is. Like I was like, why isn't Tammy dead yet? Oh, well, it takes a long time to get a spirit out of a body, Lori. Well, I'm not going to move there unless she's dead. Well, you got to move here. There's a plan. We had a plan. You made a plan, Lori. Well, when is she going to die? Soon. I'm working on it. Well, I'm already planning the wedding. I'm already looking at rings. Okay, well, just move here, and then I know what we can do. We can go to Hawaii. Want to go to Hawaii? How about that? You love Hawaii. Yellowstone was just a photo op to see we are a happy family. Ugh, yeah. Oh, that's not a pretty picture. That's the picture the day she came in court with those lips. But yeah, I won't use pretty pictures of Lori. Lori is ugly on the inside, so we can't make anything of her look pretty anymore on the outside. Because what's more important is the inside, and she's ugly and terrible. They just use Alex's phone to get the search started. Yeah, I think there's going to be more. Yeah, I wish I had cartoon software. I'd make a whole Lori and Chad video of their conversations with like a cartoon Lori and a cartoon Chad. Yeah, it's getting uglier on the outside. I can't wait to see her in court. Those lips. Yep. Thank you, Michelle. I do wonder if they each would commit suicide if it was something they poisoned each other with. I wonder if they would resort to that. I think it's a possibility if they ever got out, right? If they could get access to whatever they did. Is there an Alex Cox emoji? There is not. There is not. We know it was obviously his phone at least was very involved. Sock puppets of Lori and Chad. Yeah, just do like a whole sock puppet show. How do they find lipstick in jail? Okay. Someone was telling me they have jail makeup. Like people use like Kool-Aid or Jello or other stuff. And I think they did say that some people. This is my picture. There's somebody sharing her cell, some like streetwalker or whatever you want to call them, right? Be like, Lori's like, I got to go to court today, and I'm like, I want my makeup. Nobody's bringing my makeup. And then it's that, her cellmate going, I got some makeup for you. It's just your color. And it's like super tacky, like, streetwalker makeup. And she gives her that red lipstick. Look, I'll do it. I don't have a mirror. Yeah. Wait, here. Fills her in. Look at me and my red lips and my bright red lips and my red root, she had blush on. That was like terrible too. Stick deodorant in magazine. What? I'm missing stuff when I'm talking. Let's see. There are no mirrors, just stainless steel reflection things, right? How's it look? Perfect, honey. You look beautiful. Just what I would do. They make their own makeup in jail. Yeah, jail makeup, right? And ex-con has a video up showing how they do it. It's crazy what they do. That's so funny. Big Bertha got it for me. Do you have makeup I can borrow? I get Chad to give you $5 for it on your books. I think Lori was the man. Yeah. I agreed. Tickle Pink Music. She used JJ's meds at some point. Yep, I think she did. There's something up there with that. Jailhouse videos on makeup. I'm gonna have to watch one. Do a phone emoji that says tattletale for Alex. I wouldn't survive in jail. I'd be going to mine without makeup, feeling like my life was over, right? Oh, I need makeup. I gotta go to jail. And then that, remember her smirk in court that day in her orange white jumpsuit, and Kay and Larry were sitting right there, and Brandon, she's like, your kids are dead, lady. You come in and you sit down with your, no, thank you. I don't need water. And then when the judge is like, your bail's $1 million, she goes, oh. I didn't like that answer. Chad will miss his court date on August 3rd because the world ends on July 22nd. Oh, yeah. True. No court for you. Lori said, give me makeup or become my bitch. Right. Yep. She did. She was like, I bet Lori told Chad what to do with that $400,000. I bet she considered half of it hers. Oh, yeah. It's our money now, Chad. It's our money. I had to put a lot of plan. I had to move to Rexburg, Chad. Like Rexburg, Idaho. I'm from like Texas and California and Arizona. This is just not my thing, Rexburg. I'm doing this for you. So that money is mine. Remember the fire sticks by Jolly Rogers? My tongue was cut more than once. Oh, yeah, right? Yeah. Lori, yes, you can join for $1.99 and access emojis. Yeah, it's a membership thing. And you can cancel anytime, but you get the emojis and you get to come to happy hour. I just sent you an email from pinkplashdesigns@yahoo.com with the tech question. I just don't want you to think it's a spam. Okay, I'll check it out when we're done. Visible money in plastic bag, Hawaii. Yes, that's right. She did. She had money in a plastic bag. That's right. Was there a prenup? Oh. Or I'd be like, here's the prenup. All my money, all your money is my money. Because, you know, you took too long to get Tammy's soul out of her body, spirit out of her body. And a movie has a traumatized wife who was beaten by her husband, ended up brutally murdering her husband. It finishes with her being jailed for 25 years, but putting red lipstick on at the end. Oh, really? Huh. Found my lipstick. I'm all good now. What do you think that means? Okay, let's see. I assume she carried cash because she was worried a credit card would be traced. Yeah, probably, right? But they opened an account in Hawaii or something. I don't know when they did that. Kathy, did we ever find out if Lori and Chad ever filed that marriage license? We didn't, because people say that marriage licenses in Hawaii aren't public. So we don't know. She would have him move from his house. She would have him, would be interesting to see bank statements when the trial gets going. They probably transferred to Hawaii, yeah. It'd be interesting to see what they spent their damn money on, too. Miss High Maintenance herself. They were in Costco at one point, had a cart full of stuff. And I need some of these, and I want one of these, and I need some of those. Oh, that made you think that's why she wore the red lipstick? Yeah. Kool-Aid makeup would be very fitting if you think about it. Yeah, true, right? Y2 who carries cash? You can see a plastic bag, shit a purse. I know that was weird, right? I still don't get that. There's a lot of stuff I don't get. Costco in Idaho Falls. I know, and they were at Costco in Kauai too, on Kauai. I live in Boise, and this is all so spooky. These cultish people doing crimes creeps me out. I know, it's weird, but I think there's weird, that kind of stuff. Maybe not everywhere, but a lot of places, maybe. I was married in Hawaii, and I'm going to find out if they're public or not. There you go, Kika. Find out. Go see if you can find yours. That's a good idea. Very good. 200,000 missing. Okay, yeah. Dirty money, blood money. Yep. so many questions. I'm so confused. Maybe they sent it to put it in a Swiss account. I agree. I mean, it's like she downgraded. Charles was fit, attractive, obviously caring. Chad looks like such a doofus. I know, really. Well, because he was God and they were married another life. And I think Chad kind of had her a little fooled. I mean, being an author, I think if I, like, before I knew all this stuff, because these people all write books, but I think, oh my gosh, you're a successful author. You must have some money, right? But apparently not. So maybe she thought he was a bigger deal than he really was. They were going to the beach. She did not want sand in her purse. That's why she had a plastic bag. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, because that sand's a nightmare. I still have sand in my car from the beach. Welcome to Cold Case, Leah Mariah Rose. Thank you for joining. Emojis for you and happy hour on Friday. Like the movie Misery, the woman was obsessed with the author. Oh, yeah. I can't stop thinking about Orange is the New Black, what role she's playing. Right? I was born around Boise. Talk about moving up here and you'd be creeped out more. Not by all, but it makes everyone wonder, or even religious beliefs makes one question new people even more around here. And then, like for me, it's like after living in California and Arizona and Texas, like to move to the cold, although that did happen to me, where it's cold sometimes. I carry Costco box around with money in it. You do? Charles was a great guy. A lot of women would love to be with someone like him. Yeah, he seemed like he was so soft-spoken and so caring and just a nice guy. And he was so worried about her. And she was a freaking BI. I looked him up on Amazon and he doesn't have many reviews. There's a petition going around to get his books off of Amazon because he had children's bodies in his backyard. My understanding is that Chory never filed a marriage license. Yeah, I've heard that too. How long were the Daybells living in Idaho? Yeah, when did they move they were in Utah first, right? And then they moved to Idaho? Chad was covering. A man that cheats will elaborate about their day if they're guilty. Yeah. 2015, April, thank you. Charles called Tylee his daughter, and Colby thought well of him. I think Charles was a decent man. Yeah, and when they were in that police interrogation room, Tylee actually said, well, overall, he's an upstanding guy, He didn't even say my stepdaughter or anything when those police were there. He's like, my daughter, and, I think Charles got screwed by them. Was Lori married 5 times? Is it true? What in the world? Yes, she was. Chad is number 5. We don't know who number 6 is yet, but I'm assuming there's going to be one if she doesn't get hanged. Thank you, Heather, for joining. Heather, welcome to Cold Case. Thank you for joining the membership. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. They thought they were married in Temple secretly. Yeah. Where's everyone getting the Stephen King thing? Because I thought of Pet Cemetery. Ooh, yeah, right? Marilyn said that he was reading Stephen King. Number 6 will be Prison Guard. Right? Or some knucklehead like Charles Manson found somebody on the outside to marry a while back before he died. Guess Chad's publishing company was not a moneymaker. He was $100,000 in debt, is what I heard. Yeah, I heard that. I think he fooled her a little bit about that because I know Lori's about money. But then she probably thought, well, I'm going to get $1 million from Charles, and you're going to get $400,000 from Tammy because I made you up it, and then that's okay, and then we can make you a better author. We can, I got a plan. I got a plan for you, Chad. We're going to make your books even better so I can have more money. And then if I don't, I'm just going to get life insurance on you. And then you'll go bye-bye, and then I'll find number 6. I think Zulima, and Lori were competing for most marriages. I know. How many times has Zulima been married? 6 or something? And then it's so weird because when Melanie Gibb asked her, why don't you just get divorced instead of all this stuff. And she's like, oh no, the spirit world told us we're not allowed to be divorced, but Melanie Pulowski was allowed to be divorced and Melanie Gibb was allowed to be divorced. So how come the spirit world told Chad and Lori they're not allowed to get divorced? Thank you, April. Like button. Yes. Thank you so much. You need more coffee? Mine's cold, but we're almost done. I can't go more than 2 hours. I got stuff to do. Someone go undercover and get cuddling services from Zoloma. Ooh. Oh. I'll cuddle with my dog. Thank you very much. She's a Yorkie. Not allowed to divorce, but okay to kill. I know, right? Dumb, right? Cat lady. Yep. Insurance money. Choo, choo, choo. Yep. You're in Phoenix, so iced coffee is your jam. How hot is it there, Tony? 110, 105. What you got going on there? I think we're in the 90s today. Zolima sounds like a medication. Take your Zolima for your anxiety and depression. Or to cause anxiety and depression. I don't know. 106. There you go. Woo-hoo. I used to live there. I used to live in Mesa and Tempe back in the day when I was a flight attendant. I was based in Phoenix, so out of Sky Harbor. Yep. I like it there. I have a lot of friends there. Lori saying, Alex, why did you have to take your dumb phone? Kathy, do Lori saying, Alex, right. Oh my God, Alex is so stupid. Alex, you took your phone? Are you kidding me right now, Alex? Well, I thought you might want to call me about something. Well, now it's all messed up because the police know everything because they followed your phone, stupid. I'm glad you're dead. There you go. You got a bear on your property? A big jaguar that's cornered me? Really? Ooh. That scares me because I know, like, they come out. There was a bear around the block last year. Somebody got a picture of it. It was like walking down the street. Welcome, Krista. Oh my God, I bet you know my family's business. It was a restaurant in Tempe. Which one is it? Which restaurant in Tempe? It's been there for a long time. I'm sure I do. Well, Alex killed himself due to Lori now. I get it all. They're all sweating bullets. They have their phones. They just haven't released everybody. Yep, I agree. I think there's a whole lot of digital evidence on those dum-dums phones. Monty's, yes. It was right in, I worked for AmeriQuest Airlines. Right there when I was in training and everything. It was on the property of our headquarters. Yum. Love that place. That's your family's? It's not there anymore, or is it? Yeah. We used to go there on right after training, when I was in training, and we used to go there for lunch. It was right in Tempe. I liked it. Lori will get married again when she's in prison. Yep. Zalima sounds like your daddy started the restaurant. It was sold. Yeah. I lived there from 1984 to 1988 and ate there many, many, many times. It was really good. I heard something about they wanted to make that like a historical place in Tempe. Did you hear that, or did that happen? I just don't understand why the gunshot would be mentioned if it was irrelevant. Yeah, April, I hear you, because there's something in that makes it relevant, right? Or why would they even have put it there? So maybe they found some kind of evidence in Tylee's body. I just wish we could know everything. I hate that we have to put puzzles together. It's a historical site and has been for many years. Okay, good. Because I remember maybe a few years back reading about people fighting to make it a historical site. So flight attendant here. I knew I liked you. Hi, Carrie. Welcome. Flight attendant, nurse, then flight attendant again for a little bit while I'm a nurse, and then back to full-time nurse. So yeah, I love flight attendants. We just make friends on trips with people we've never met before and have fun. It's awesome. And then some people are slam clickers, but whatever. Depends on your mood. That was good. Yeah. Let's see. So much has gone up around Tempe. Yeah, I haven't been there in a long time. Yeah, we want more details for sure. The church excommunicated him. However, I would think they make a statement. Let's see. Wish they had bomb squad for child innocence. That would be fun to be a flight attendant. It was. I had a lot of fun years. I was young. When I started, I was 20. You're a flight attendant too, hippie? It was fun. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of great years. My best friends in my life are still flying. They're still flying. They've been flying since 1984. And they all fly for American now because of the mergers, but tons of friends. Best friends. I made so many great friends when I was a flight attendant. Probably the best friends ever. I mean, I have my high school friends, but they were awesome. I don't know. There's something about your friends that you make when you're on trips and flying. I don't know. That's just my take on it. It's making LDS look loony with the 144,000. Yeah, because I think people get confused about the whole thing, like what's LDS and what are their belief system, because they're not the same. I wonder if they'll be able to get the phone records for all Lori's phones. I think they will. Why did Nate bring up the 60 burner phones? There was a reason. There's something there, right? That Lori had 60 burner phones or something like that. And then Melanie Gibb was like, yeah, well, she always had 3 phones, like one for this, one for that, and one for this, one for Chad, one for, so. Was JJ treated differently because one was light and one was dark, according to Chatter? Yeah, so here's what I get out of the whole light and dark thing. Once you're a certain level of light, you can't turn dark. But once you're a certain level of dark, you can't turn light. But light and dark is a little bit different than zombies, because zombies actually come into your body and take over you and your spirit goes to limbo. I can't believe I'm explaining this like I know what I'm talking about. But so I think light and dark, like everybody gets a light and dark rating, and there's different levels, and some levels you can switch or you can switch back, and there has to be so many that match so many and all that crap, right? But then I think a random zombie can come in and get you, and then you're screwed because now your spirit got hijacked, basically. So there's your lesson on the way I take the whole zombie thing. And I don't know, you guys can tell me if you take it differently, but that's how I take it. Because JJ was like a high level. So how else could that be? So I think even light people can get taken over by zombies, you know. I'm talking about this like it's an actual real thing. It blows my mind that this is actually a conversation. I hope you're not a zombie either, Max. I think I'm probably a zombie because I'm doing a YouTube channel talking about them. So I'm pretty sure I'd be labeled a zombie for sure. Because anybody that Lori didn't like was labeled became a zombie, or like Kay's a zombie. Then Alex became a zombie for some reason because he probably pissed her off because he messed up and took his phone. Yeah, Lori was in their heads for sure. There's Mummy. What if they pin the murders on Alex and they get off? Because I don't think they will, because somebody sent me, and it was really interesting. In Idaho, there's a law that basically says if you're involved, you are in trouble too. somebody said, oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Let me read this. So somebody said, okay, this is hearsay, but this would help explain why an anthropologist was needed on the site to help separate the animal and human bones versus just collecting them all and taking them back to the lab. They did a sifting grid search, which up till now we thought was because of what was mentioned at Chad's bail hearing, which is that one of the bodies was disposed of in horrible manner. However, if this is true, they likely would have been finding random small bones in that general area. Hence, a grid search would be needed. It would also might help explain how the canine cadaver dogs knew exactly where to go. We've thought someone talked. Well, if that's not the case, indeed the source. The probable cause affidavit was sealed and the reason given to prevent harm to someone. Perhaps that someone is the sister. Interesting. Chad's sister. Okay, so this says, I heard Chad's sister that the FBI has been monitoring her texts, and Chad told her in text the kids are where the pets are, and where they found them was where they buried. Some previous pets had passed on. I don't know, because I think that came out in the affidavit. Now there is something in the affidavit about that where it says that they checked with Tammy's sister because they heard something about a pet cemetery and that she knew. And Tammy's sisters, yeah, we both have pet cemeteries in our yard. So you guys will have to go find the affidavit. I'll put it, you know what, I can put it up in the community section. And you can read it because it's kind of big, but we could actually go through it and just really go, okay, this is what this means. So what I was saying about Alex, I just think that there's a law, or I read something yesterday that there's a law in Rexburg that, and they can say, Alex did it, but okay, Alex killed your kids and you knew, and then you ran away and got married in Hawaii and smiled and wouldn't tell anybody where your kids are. Like that I don't think that would make any sense to a jury, because why would they just be like, oh, well, Alex killed my kids without reporting it or freaking out about it and just go off. So I think that somehow, even if somebody actually did the murder, I think it's going to be like a Charles Manson thing where you guys are all going down for it, right? That's what I think. If they pin the murders on Alex, so they need to explain why they didn't report. Yeah, exactly. And then they're laughing on the beach in Hawaii, right? You'd love to go through the affidavit, not the portal. All right, I'm gonna end at the exact 2-hour mark. So I got like 2.5 minutes left. Anybody have any last final words so everybody can go have their Saturday? They found the bodies of both children. Tylee was likely dismembered and burned, and JJ was wrapped, right? And when they opened JJ, they opened from the top and they saw his hair first. Exactly. Anyone who hasn't read the affidavit, please take warning. It is extremely upsetting and very graphic. Literally made me ill. Yeah, yes, totally. Just please take, if you're very sensitive, there's a trigger warning reading that for sure. For sure. You too, Viking and Moonmaid, everybody. Cassie, do you think Melanie P will be charged with anything? I think so. I think at some point, this thing's so damn slow moving, but if nothing else, I think the whole Brandon thing she was involved somehow with. Yep, pings on her phone too. I bet you she's pooping in her pants right now, and they know all this, reading all that, how accurate they could be on Alex's phone, right down to the actual spot in Chad's yard. I hope they get the death penalty too. If they go to trial, they need to get the death penalty. If they plea, they're going to get life, right? Yes. Oh, the day Tammy was shot at, does it see? Because they're compartmentalizing this information. So right now, the only thing they're justifying in that affidavit is that Chad had something to do with knowing the bodies were there or moving them or doing something with them. But you're right, that ping is a big deal too. If they have more on what they followed Alex's phone all over the universe, they're going to be able to ping who was there for sure. They're wackadoodles beliefs for sure. Crazy. No divorce. Okay, an episode on Zulema. I really do need to do that. I need to catch up. Yep, on Mill Avenue. That's where Monty's is. You guys have like so many. Okay. So why was there a hit on Brandon? Because money. Because Melanie P would have gotten $1 million like Lori thought she was going to get. Well, we didn't get it from Charles. So here, niece, you know what? You're going to have to step up and get us $1 million from your husband because, you know, that's what I think. I think it's all the whole wackadoodle brainwashing Lori wanting money. Well, crap. Kay got that money. We need money from Brandon. He's got a big insurance policy on him. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go. Have a great Saturday. And if you guys find anything new or interesting, you can email me. My email is reapharmony@gmail.com. And then Facebook group is a little closed for a while, but we should open it back up at some point, okay? But otherwise, community tab, join, become a member. You got the emojis, you got the happy hour. There's different levels. You can hit the join button, check it out if you want. And then, of course, if you're new, subscribe because that helps the channel very much. And ring the bell for notifications. All right? All right, guys. Bye. Have a great day, weekend.